Another thing I'm working on this week is this cover for Mark from Doogie's Detailing. He's had the VCT conversion done and all that stuff where they cut them in half. I don't know a whole bunch about SRs, but this thing's had a hard life, and then he's tried to help out by stripping it ahead of time, but let the stripper harden. So let's get into what's going to be an absolute shocker. Alright, so just got some industrial paint stripper here from the local paint shop that I used to do all my own stuff, and I'm just going to start lathering this up. Make sure to wear gloves. I mean, your call, but I don't like my skin burning, so I'm just going to start on these and start getting this stuff all applied and go from there. So I've left this cam cover sit for about 15-20 minutes until I've stopped hearing all the stripper crackling and popping and doing its thing. So I've just set the gurney up. I'm going to go over there, give it a blast off, knock as much of this shit off as I can, and then come back, rinse and repeat. Remember guys, when you're doing stripper, never let it harden. If it hardens, you're in for twice as much of a headache. So we'll see you in a second when this is back here for the second coat of thinners, stripper. Alright guys, so that's after its first coat of stripper. Now it's a bit of a rinse and repeat. Quite a fair whack of it came off, but just still got all these little shitty edge spots. So now I'll grab the leaf blower, blow all the water off since it neutralises it, and apply some more stripper. Alright guys, next coat of stripper's going on. Ignore my previous video where I tell you all to wear gloves. Well, don't ignore it, but don't do what I'm doing. Wear gloves. Don't be an idiot. Because in about 5 minutes, I'm going to be kicking and screaming that this shit's burning my fingers. Even though it's an avoidable situation. Yeah, I just want to get this done. So I cannot be arsed going around the corner to the little cheapy shop to find another packet of cheap disposable gloves. So we'll just tough it out. Should be right. It's already starting to sting, but PPE. Optional. Not really. But hey, what are you gonna do? Take 4 hours to do a little jobby job? We'll get it done. This is the most annoying part about these SRs, is these stupid little, like painting SR covers, is they've got all these bolt holes and stuff that are kind of recessed, and they're just straight up a dick to get the stripper into. So as much as this is stinging like a bitch, I don't really have a choice but to kind of finger it on and pause, and And yeah, just kind of get this shit on there and then ignore the extreme burning sensations all over my fingers. Ow! And just fucking get it on and go and get the stripper off your hand once you're done. Like any good stripper, it's working immediately. My hands are on fucking fire, but the things you do for the beauty of your friend's cars, right? It's not even my car. Not even an SR guy. So, let's see how we go. Doesn't come off now. Alrighty, it's pretty much stripped. About as far as I'm going to get it using the stripper. Any other little spots like this, I'll just try and chip off like that because the amount of stripper that's been on here, all the bonds are contaminated. I'm trying something new here with this one. I'm trying to do that. We've all seen it on the internet where people use a grinder and make some cool swishy swirly bits. That's the plan for this. I want to kind of make a cool pattern all over the front half of it. And then blend it into a back half that's solid colours, and then go from there, create something cool. I guess we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. But yeah, do it yourself or don't do it at all. Alright guys, so this has jumped ahead quite a ways. It has now been sanded all the way back. I've made sure all the loose crap is on it. Definitely just introduced some shit off my hands. I've never done one of these before, the whole swirly whatevers, so I'm giving this one a go. Hopefully it comes out all right. If not, well, live and learn. But what I've done here is I've sanded it all back. I've done all my swirly patterns with the grinder. I'm now about to do a direct to metal purple clear. I'll set the camera up for that one. After that, the process will be do that, unmask it, let that fully harden, soft edge sand all of that, paint the base coat pink that will bleed up into it, that'll be similar to my car colour, and then unmask all of that, then soft edge any rough bits, and then clear again the whole thing with a standard clear with heavy gold flakes. So I'll start setting up some cameras and hopefully you guys can watch along and hopefully this works out alright. Alright guys, I've mixed up the DTM clear. DTM meaning direct to metal. I don't really know how well the video will capture the colour, but it's very similar. It's like a highlighter pink. I guess I'll just see how it goes once we lay it. So, set up a time lapse and get into it. Gotta be honest, I'm not sure if this is gonna work how I hoped, but I mean, I bought the products from the paint shop to give it a go, so it'll either work or it won't, but hey, anything's better than OEM, so yeah, guess we'll just have to see how it comes out. Now, we're just letting the DTM harden and whatnot. And then once everything's hardened and set, I'll come in and I'll back mask. Well, actually what I'll first do is I'll soft edge Orbi all the joins where the DTM goes to original primer. Get all those edges nice and soft. And then I'll back mask with a 2mm overlay back that way. Everything around here, maybe a little bit more, and then blend everything in, give it all a 600, paint the bottom half the red that'll blend into that DTM, into the color, and then you'll have like a cool red with the purple swirl design that kind of pops through everything. So we just have to wait now, the old hurry up and wait game, and see how it comes out. But so far I'm kind of getting the vision, and I'm hoping that Mark likes it as much as I'm hoping it does. Once everything's pink, red, purple, cleared, I let the whole thing harden. I'll then sand the whole thing back again, or hand sand it or wet sand it with like 800 to 1000, knock all the tops off it, and then there'll be a final 3 coats of clear, because the coat of clear that's going to be going over the red and this is going to be so infested with gold flake. I'm going to have to give it a bit of a wet sand to kind of knock the tops off it without it creating like a lumpy look. Whole bunch of effort for something that'll maybe get seen once every couple weeks. So should work out. Hopefully Mark likes it. Being so new to this, I keep getting caught up in just going and going and going and doing the next thing and the next thing and forgetting to record. But this is where we're at now. So don't really know how to word it, but we've got our base coat join into the raw metal, and then a pink highlighted blend to try and hide it a little bit. None of this has got any clear on it at this point. The next stage is heavy coats of clear with lots of gold flake, and I'll try to remember to record that. Probably won't, so your next thing will probably just be this covered in clear, shining, looking schmick. So yeah, you can kind of see the textures are there. It's looking alright. Keen to see once all the flake and clear goes on it, see if it pops a bit more. Quick change of plans. Wasn't super happy with how the pink changed, so I've done this. I'm hoping what it'll do is allow me to kind of have the pink spirals underneath popping with like our shiny ones as well. Heaps of gold flake. Hopefully makes everything look Mickey Mouse. So I guess we'll just have to see how it comes out. Well, I predicted that this would happen and I'd forget to film anything, but it's now the next day. I've sanded it all back, given it a hit of clear with more flake. Once that's settled, I then have cleared the whole thing again with the tinted pink clears, and it's got the blend going on. So you got your red to pink to textures. And because I'm very transparent about my mistakes, as always, excited to get the last coat of clear on. Gets a dirty run from there, just around the corner. So Mark probably won't give a crap. He's a detailer. If he really feels up to it, he'll wet sand and buff the whole thing and make it look Mickey Mouse. But for what's been spent and the effort put into it, I think it looks quite nice. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I should do more of this stuff. I'm probably going to, because, well, it never hurts to learn a new skill, and if I can get this looking half as good as some of the guys around the world, then it'd be awesome to do maybe a bonnet or something for the JZX. That'd be cool. Let me know what you think. Alright, so I've finally had a chance to see Mark's car now that he's installed that cam cover that I painted up for him. I think it looks quite nice in there, suits the bay. The red's a slightly different red, but hey, still looks awesome. We might be changing it up just because Mark and it was more of a proof of concept, test something out, so we might be changing it to just a more paint matched red with heaps of flake, just to get it more of a uniform design. But I just thought I'd touch base with it so I could finish up this video and show everyone kind of how it came out now that it's back on the car. Came out quite nice. His whole Sil 80 is actually quite a nice car. I actually painted these wheels for him a while ago too. They're in that like liquid chrome, which as you can see has a quite nice effect. Obviously it's nothing compared to real chrome or ceramic polishing, but it definitely comes up quite nice, and the engine bay's quite a tidy little unit too, so yeah. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one.